guys, I got some test results back and I figured I'd make an update video and kind of talk a little bit about the information that I've come across because of it. The first thing is just I had my food allergies test, something that I should have done probably a long time ago but never got around to it. And it actually came back a lot better than I was expecting. There really wasn't anything that was like too devastating that I was allergic to. I was worried that like some of my staple foods were going to be things that I was allergic to or really sensitive to and that I would have to stop eating. And that was going to be hard because I already don't have a wide range of foods that I eat because of my system. So I was really kind of worried about it, but I'm relieved with the results because honestly, the only thing that I eat on a pretty consistent basis that I do have problems with, according to being allergic to it, are almonds, which, you know, isn't a big deal. I can substitute other things instead of eating almonds. Not a big deal. Also things like hazelnut and walnuts I'm allergic to. Tomato, which is unfortunate because I like tomatoes, but it's not a big deal. Yeast is big. Whey is big, as well as eggs, but I already don't eat eggs, so that really doesn't matter much to me. And of course gluten, which I've already been staying away from, no big deal there. And then a couple different types of beans, but none of the beans that I am used to eating. So overall, I consider them good results because, like I said, none of my staple foods, aside from almonds, have, you know, I'm not allergic to any of them or have any negative reactions. So this is kind of what the results look like, and you want them to be in the green and not over in the red. See, there's tomato, this one's hazelnut, and then up here's almond. And there's other ones. That's just a quick one I was going to show you. And that's about it for my food allergies test. So, good results, I think. Now, the next thing that I had tested was my intestines. Was not a fun test, and I won't go into details about it, but the results were informative, and we needed to have them done. It turns out that I have, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, but Candida parapsilosis, I don't know, but it's a fungi, and I have that in my intestines. I actually researched a little bit and found that people who have had long-term antibiotics, it's pretty common for people to get this because of the antibiotic use. And I was on antibiotics for 6 months way back in 2010 at the very start of my Lyme treatment. So it's not surprising, and it is something that we can, you know, fix. The next thing, as far as like having good bacteria and good flora and stuff like that inside my intestines, I have very little of that. I have some, but I don't have the normal range. We want me to have more of that. And so I'm taking a different kind of probiotic and taking more of it, which should, you know, help. And then the next thing is non-toxigenic E. coli. So people are most familiar with E. coli, which is something you get from, you know, drinking bad water or something out of the U.S. type of thing. And you can get it other ways. I don't have that one. I have the non-toxigenic kind, and it's a moderate. This says moderate growth. So, I mean, it's something that needs to be addressed. It's something that, if it goes untreated, that it could cause me bigger problems later on. But it's nothing to be, like, too worried about as long as I'm getting it treated now. As for everything else, like all the really serious things, they came back negative, so that's good. Along with that, I do have quite a bit of inflammation in my intestines, both my large and small intestines, which is really common. You know, Lyme disease, Lyme causes a lot of inflammation in different parts of your body, and mine right now seems to be worse in my intestines, and I've been in quite a bit of pain with my like lower abdomen, my intestinal area, for a while, and so it's good that we have confirmation that the pain is because of this and not something else. So right now what we're going to do is treat these infections. The Candida and the non-toxigenic E. coli, we'll treat those, and hopefully that will lessen the inflammation. And hopefully with that it'll make the pain go away. If not, then we'll have to have a colonoscopy, which I don't want to do, but I will have to if these other things don't work. But I'm positive that as long as I'm good and keep up with my treatment and take what I'm supposed to take, that'll be that, and it'll be fine. And that's basically about it. So overall, my test results, the food allergies test, I'm not bummed about at all. They came back better than I was expecting, so that's always nice. I'm gonna need to find a replacement because my little dessert that I have at the end of every day is chocolate covered almonds, but I am really, allergic to almonds, so I gotta figure out something to substitute my chocolate covered almond obsession. No big deal. And then the inflammation in my intestines, we'll get that figured out once we get the infections down. But I've beat other infections. I'll beat these ones too, and I'm positive about it. I'm happy and hopeful, knowing like what's been causing the pain, and that we have a treatment plan in place to help fight these infections and the inflammation. That's it. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments if you've, had to deal with any of this, and how'd it go for you. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.